Yeah, good on him. It's just another day in the office for us. I'm prepared for 12 rounds of war, man. I keep saying it, but we've been in the trenches, we've ticked every box. Let's do it.
Another international opponent, a big stage, live on Stan Sports, UFC Fight Pass around the world. It's been challenging for you to get fights, but this man's in front of you now. What challenges does he bring when you face him on Saturday night?
It's been challenging to get the right fights. I'm looking for those progress fights, but we're here now. He does bring a lot of challenges. You don't become number one to mandatory on accident. He's the first one to sort of step up. I'm sure they offered him some cash to step aside so we could get a different fight, but he believes he can win. So he's got nothing to lose, man. He's coming to win, so it makes him dangerous. But we are ready for the danger. We prepare in those deep waters all day. So whatever he brings, we got an answer to. I'm curious to see how he comes out. How hungry is he? How tough is he? So let's find out on Saturday.
Each opponent's very different. What's been the main idea or the main tactic that Tapu Opetaia, your father and trainer, what's the main thing that he's been saying throughout this fight camp that you have to focus on?
We don't change our style too much. We perfect the craft. Minimal mistakes. We get fitter, stronger, and we try and tighten. There's obviously a few punches that we've been working on a bit extra that we think we can work, but we are ready for anything. Whether he comes out aggressive, we fight fire with fire, we box, we brawl, whatever comes, let's do it.
Your third world title in the same year, in the same city. It's usually very difficult for a world champion to be matched that well and to stay that busy, that way avoiding inactivity. How ready are you now to make sure that you cement yourself in history and take on the rest of the world?
This is a very important fight for my career. I've got my world titles on the line, so losing to me is not an option. It's third time here this year on the Gold Coast, so thank you to everyone for coming here again. They really turn up. We've got another sold out arena. It's special, man. And to give the boys a platform, I didn't have these platforms coming up for the rankings. There was no big world title fights and stuff for me to fight on, so it's something to be proud of, man. And the talent that's been up on these tables is crazy, because these are my peers, these are my people. I've seen them come from the start and then progress into the champions they are today. So it is something to be very, very proud of. Shout out to Tasman Fighters for giving these people a great experience every time we have these fights. But like I said, man, we've got a job to do on Saturday and we've got to make sure we get it done.
Mick, you have a